God, this guy again. Okay, we have Kieran Cudley again. On the hard shoulder, Sean Spicer, who served under the Donald Trump administration, said future visits will be restricted if they turn into bilateral meetings on policy issues rather than celebrations. Okay, let's hear what Kieran Cudley has to say to this guy. Okay, guys. Sean Spicer warns Ireland's White House invite at risk if Taoiseach criticized Donald Trump. Let's hear what he has to say.
Handed over from Micheál Martin to Donald Trump on St. Patrick's Day, or close to it anyway. And there's this kind of schools of thought in Ireland that the opportunity, well, there's people who say we shouldn't go at all, we should boycott it. And then there's people who say we should go and we should wag the finger and admonish Donald Trump for his approach to Gaza. And others who say we should use the opportunity to lobby for kind of a more preferential treatment of Ireland with regard to kind of possible trade wars and tariffs. What would your advice be to Micheál Martin, the Taoiseach, how to approach that meeting?
I would go with option 4, which is seize this opportunity to continue to highlight and honor the unbelievable bond that the Irish people and the American people have.
This guy's great, and this is why, oh my God, this guy is just going to wash Kieran Cudley. I love that. I'm going to go with option 4. So he just gave himself his own option. I love it. So he just completely disregarded all the bullshit that Kieran Cudley said, because it's bullshit, right? We know it's bullshit. And he said, option 4. How about that? Option 4. We didn't even know there was an option 4.
If you go with options 1 through 3, you're going to undermine years of goodwill.
Yep, facts.
I think that 1 through 3 would be unbelievably foolish and short-sighted.
Yeah, option 4 is strengthening the bond with the U.S. and Ireland, which we need for economy and everything, you know. But no, they want to try and berate Donald Trump just because they hate him. I mean, come on, guys. You ever heard of diplomacy?
Ireland punches above their weight.
Yeah.
When they come over for St. Patrick's Day, the red carpet, frankly, the green carpet gets rolled out for them. They meet with the president, the national security advisor, members of Congress. There's an entire lunch dedicated to that. Now, Kieran, just to give you some context, there's no other country in the world that gets this kind of treatment. None.
Ooh.
No.
That's a good, dude, this guy is great. That's a good point, actually. Like, we get the red carpet treatment from the U.S., lads, and then just, like, want to disrespect Donald Trump. Oh, come on, man. This is just, like, it's absurd.
Dedicated to that. Now, Kieran, just to give you some context, there's no other country in the world that gets this kind of treatment. None. No one that has an annual event where the entire government of the United States pauses to honor the special relationship between the two countries and the two cultures and the two peoples.
That's epic.
So the idea that the Taoiseach would think that it would be a good idea to reprimand the president of the United States on issues of policy, he obviously, look, we've got the right of free speech in our country. He has absolutely the right to go do that. But I would hesitate to say that might be the last time that celebration occurs if he chooses to go down that path.
100%. Like, if Micheál Martin thinks that he's going to go over to the U.S. and talk shite to Trump, saying, you do this, you do this, he has another thing coming to him. I actually hope he does, just because I want to see the train wreck that will ensue after that.
Just to go down that path.
You think that would be the consequence if he went in? Look, I suspect he will be under pressure domestically to say something, or to be seen to say something. How would Donald Trump react if he goes with options 2 or 3? Finger wag about Gaza, or implore preferential treatment for Ireland?
Well, number one, I think Donald Trump will, he can handle any situation. So he'll handle it fine in the moment. But the long-term consequences, I find it extraordinary.
That's a good point. This guy's really well spoken. This guy's a great guy. He said, short term, he'll be like, yeah, okay, we might do something. He might be a little bit pissed off. But then long term, if you try and pull a fast one on Trump, there's gonna be some sort of long-term consequences there. It's not gonna be just, straight edge like that. There's gonna be a massive consequence for that, guys. And that's gonna be no more dinners, no more good relationship, no more funding. Just, oh man.
Fine in the moment. But the long-term consequences, I find it extraordinarily undiplomatic to come over using the situation and the pretense of a celebration of the two cultures, to come over and use this as an opportunity to lecture us.
Yeah.
I personally, as an Irish American, would be offended and would highly recommend that the president cease to do this going forward. So it will cut off, the look, as I said, I will leave it at this. I think it would be unbelievably short-sighted, and there would be long-term ramifications if the Taoiseach chooses to use this moment to advance a personal, political, ideological view than to appreciate the moment that exists. And he will have no one to blame but himself if he chooses to do that. Now, again, in the moment, it might be fine. There are ways that I think you can express your issues on policy issues, but I don't think that the irony of this, by the way, Kieran, is you're going to use this moment, if for example, on Gaza, to lecture the United States on an issue that's not germane to the bilateral relationship that we enjoy.
Yeah, it's a good point, guys. It's nothing to do with them. You know, the whole overseas Middle East debacle, you know, it's nothing to do with Ireland and America, you know, and it's just like irrelevant almost, you know. Yeah, this is just absurd, man. I really think that we are just stepping back as a country. I wish we could send like someone proper. Kieran Cuddy, the nerd, again, getting slapped by this guy, completely slapped down. He has nothing to say. Kieran Cuddy is just like, he's just a wimp, dude, and he's getting slapped again.
You want to weigh in on how another country's being treated? Really? You want to lecture? I can't think of a more short-sighted way to screw up a decades-long tradition that has come to captivate the entire country here. And he will have no one to blame but himself should he choose that path.
Oh, man, that's a great speech. I love that. Let me know your thoughts on that one, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit that join link in the comment section down below. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, that guy, Sean Spicer. Never heard of him. So he is, he served under the Donald Trump administration. So yeah, I mean, definitely just ridiculous to go over there and think that we can throw our weight around. You know, we can't throw our weight around, guys. And I hate to be that guy. And it would be great if we had a guy to go over there and say, hey, can we do something, better? Can we help the people? Can we strengthen relations? Can we work something out? Be diplomatic about it, maybe even say, can we arrange another date to, fly over and have another meeting with you, Mr. Trump? Like, stuff like that, guys. The guy seems like a reasonable guy, man. I don't know why people think he's so unreasonable. He's not at all, man. He's just that, but people try and come at him like, abrasive and unprofessional and just erratic and stupid and just emotional. And that's not going to get you anywhere in life, getting crazy emotional. Even like, no matter what, and he's just been berated by the news. It just seems ridiculous, man. That's not a good way to look at it. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So